Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. Today I just wanted to bring a quick video to you to just talk about something that has been weighing on my mind and that has actually really hit me personally in the last few days. And that is a public service announcement to parents. Stop looking at your phone, look at your child. We are living in the age of smartphones, and a nasty byproduct of the smartphone age is that people don't really know how to communicate with one another in person anymore. Because if you take a look around you, no matter where you're at, you will see a bunch of people with their faces buried in a screen. Whether it's a phone, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a tablet, whatever the device is, that is what you're going to see. And you will see this everywhere. You will see people standing at the bus stop on their phones. You will see people sitting on their front porch at the phone. You will see people shopping at the grocery store on their phone. You will even see people driving on their phone. And that one drives me crazy. But one thing that really has been coming forth so often to me, and just I've been noticing it more and more, is parents and their kids. Kids who are desperately trying to get their parents' attention while their parent is sitting there just constantly staring at a screen. And really, this is something that has hit me as well, personally, and I will talk about that a little bit at the end of the video. But so I'm not going to say that this is something that I have never done and, you know, I'm just up on some pedestal and I'm just looking down on all of you. No, I do this too. So when I am talking to all of you, I am talking to myself too. It is time that we start having the self-control to put our phones down, to, even if you have to set aside a certain amount of time that you will spend on your phone, or certain times of the day, or give yourself a time limit on how long you can spend on the phone. Yes, I've made a video about kids and limits with screens and gaming and those sorts of things. Adults have to do this too, especially parents, because what I am seeing is that kids are no longer getting the attention that they so desperately need from their parents. An example that I have of this is last year I was with my mom at a doctor's office. And as we were sitting there, there was a mother there and she was on her phone, which I'm not going to knock that. I go on my phone in the waiting room. But she was with her little boy. He looked like he was about 5 or 6 years old. And as she was on her phone, he picked up a book and he was looking through some books that were in the waiting room. And he obviously wanted to ask her a question. So he went over to her and he started nudging her and she just ignored him. And he started calling, you know, mom, mom, and she just ignored him. And he kept trying to ask her questions and no answer. She just kind of just kept shooing him away, pushing him to the side, until finally he like went right up in her face and asked her a question. It was just an innocent question. He wanted to know something about a planet that was in the book. And I will never forget that the mother just looked up at him and she said to him, "What?" And then when he asked the question again, she said, "I don't know, just ask your teacher." And she stuck her face right back down in the phone. And I remember thinking to myself, do I do that? Do I really? And you know, to be honest, I probably do. If you would ask my kids, they would probably tell you that more than once I have ignored them while I was on my phone. And this is something that I think we as parents need to stop doing. Our children depend on us. They depend on us to answer their questions, to give them direction, to nurture them, to give them the attention that they need from those who love them most. If we are putting all of our time and attention into a screen in front of us, our children are only getting the leftovers. That shouldn't be. Our children should be coming first and foremost when it comes to these things. Our phones, our screens, they should be getting the leftover time. They should be getting the couple minutes extra that you have. Your children should not be getting the couple extra minutes that you have. Take a look around you. Look at all the issues that kids are having nowadays. There are so many behavioral issues. There are so many problems with teen pregnancy. And I think a lot of it does come down to the fact that these kids are crying out for help from their parents, for love from their parents, for attention from their parents. And very often what's happening is there is a wall between kids and their parents, and that wall is called a smartphone. That wall is called technology. So I am just really, this is kind of a public service announcement to all of you today, to just really reflect on the time that you're spending each day. How much time do you spend with that phone in your hand? And how much time do you spend with that phone completely gone and your kids being the absolute center of your attention? Or your spouse. The same thing can go for your spouse as well. I've got to throw that in here. We cannot be ignoring our husbands or our wives either. Family is too important. Our loved ones are too important. Human interaction is too important. We have got to break this addiction that we have to this technology. And I think that most of us have seen the articles. These things have happened on purpose. They have put algorithms in place because they want people to be hooked on their programs. That's more money for them. We've got to break free of that because our families are suffering. Our children are suffering. And so now I'm going to go right into the story about me because it's about time, that I fess up that, yes, I've been doing this too lately. I was on my phone the other night, and I think that I was answering comments on Instagram. And I remember that my son, the one who usually does he is like my lighting guy. He sets up my camera for me and everything. He was trying to ask me a question, and same thing. I just kept telling him, hold on. And I wanted to finish my comments and wanted to make sure that I answered the question. I used the right punctuation. Everything had to be perfect. And then finally he just said to me, Mom, you're on your phone too much. And I remember that when he said that to me, I got mad. Not mad at him for pointing it out. I got mad at myself because I knew that he was right. And the thing is that for the past few weeks, I have been feeling this pull that I'm just doing too much. I'm letting myself be pulled into too many directions. So what I decided to do was I decided that I was going to start thinking about cutting down the number of videos that I do every week. Because at this point in time, I do 4 videos, 1 blog post. I usually write unit studies, and I've got some other social media things that I have to do, all that have to do with my blog and with this channel. And so I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to pray about this. And I also decided that I was going to ask all of you on, a post here on YouTube, and I also did it in my story on Instagram, just asking people how often you would like to see me post. And as it turns out, most of you would prefer that I post a lot less than what I have been. And that to me was just an answer to, it was an answer to my prayers. I cannot talk anymore. It was an answer to my prayers because I was feeling led to cut down, but I didn't want to do it because I love this channel. So I'm not, stopping my channel. I'm not deleting my channel. I'm just going to be cutting down to 2 videos per week. And I'm only going to be doing 1 live stream a month again. And that's mainly because I've been having so many technical issues and it's very frustrating with the live streams. So I'm going to be going back to just 1 live stream a month again. So as I was thinking about this, I was even thinking the amount of time that I spend making videos, I'm also pulling people away from their children. The more videos that I post, I am giving people more excuses to not look at their kids, to not answer their questions because I'm posting all these videos every week. And I'm not saying that I'm some huge YouTuber. I'm just like a tiny little drop in the bucket of YouTubers. I am really, really, really insignificant. But if me making less videos is going to help parents to spend more time with their kids, and also it's going to help me spend more time with my kids where they will get my undivided attention, that can only be a good thing. So from this time on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start posting on scheduled days so that you guys know when to look for my videos. I know that a lot of you have said that you will actually check my channel every morning to see if I have uploaded anything. So just so that you don't even have to do that anymore, I'm going to tell you now, from now on, I will be posting new videos on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. That is when my new videos will be coming out. And the first Thursday of every month at 10 p.m. Eastern time is when my live stream will be going on. And then after that, that will be uploaded. So when you wake up Friday morning, the first Friday of the month, you're likely to see my live stream there as well. And that is it. And this is something that it's really been on my heart, and I'm hoping that I can help all of you to just take a look at the time that you're spending with your kids. Take a look at how you're spending each day. What are you doing in your free time? Are you with your kids, or are you stuck on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Gab or any of the other things any of the other traps that are there for not only us parents, but all of us individuals? So anyway, that's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you might be able to leave one down below if YouTube ever enables my comments again. Right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So if my comments are still not there, you can always head over to Instagram, but don't spend too much time on there. Ask me the question and get right off. Just kidding. But yeah, watch the amount of time that you're spending on there. Anyway, if you like my work, and you can check out my Patreon page, and you can see what rewards I have for my patrons there. And I hope you all have a great day.